Mind you, again, 1969, but it goes on into most of that age group would be gone. He's talking about the older population. Then gradually things would tighten up, and tightening up would be accelerated. Travel then would become very restricted. Boy, that hit the nail on the head. People would need permission to travel, and they would need a good reason to travel. If you didn't have a good reason for your travel, you would not be allowed to travel, and everyone would need ID. Boy, look at what we're in today. Most of the world cannot travel without a freaking vaccine passport, without having electronic ID, without iris scan. I mean, it's getting so ridiculous, and this has been getting worse and worse and worse ever since 9/11. But literally, air travel has become so hard for older folks to do. It's almost impossible without assistance. It's dehumanizing. We're like cattle being pushed through these airports. Now with masks and all that, people would need permission to travel, and they would need a good reason to travel, and everyone would need ID. This would at first be an ID card. Do we have that? This is 1969. It was already planned that later on some sort of device would be developed to be implemented under the skin that would be coded specifically to identify the individual. They're talking about implants, and now this is happening all over the world. This is 1969, people. They planned this. If we don't understand the depths of this, if we can't acknowledge that it exists, how can we fight it? How can we bring it down if we don't even acknowledge that this exists? People are still putting their heads in the sand and saying this is all just negativity. You could just turn on your TV, and there would be a way of interacting with your television channel to the store where you wanted to purchase. This would be both convenient, but it would also make you dependent on your television. So the built-in monitor would be something you could not do without. There was some discussion of audio monitors too, just in case the authorities wanted to hear what was going on in rooms other than where the television monitor was. Amazon, Siri, Echo, Alexa, iPhone. Hey, Inspired Tribe, how's it going? It's Jean Nolan here, and today on Unapologetically Free, we're going to dive really deep into the year 1969 and a very significant event that took place, but it seemed very insignificant at the time. There was a pediatric conference in Pittsburgh in 1969 where a doctor called Dr. Richard Day presented something to the audience that was so out there, that was so crazy, that most people must have thought this guy must be nuts. But really, he was laying out what was going to happen in the coming years and decades. And now looking back at it, we have a first-hand account of what was reported that day. We have a doctor that was in the audience that took notes and later presented this to the world. And we have the benefit today in 2022 to look at what was reported in hindsight and compare it to the reality we live in and to the society that we live in. And you will be absolutely astonished as to how this global group, cabal, cult, whatever you want to call it, how meticulously they planned so many cultural, societal, international, global, geopolitical trends. It's absolutely amazing and astonishing. We're going to dive deep into it, what we can do about it, how we can change the trajectory of what's currently going on. And also we wanted to let you all know that this is happening over in our Inspired community on Locals. That's where we host the Unapologetically Free show. Usually, this is a supporter-only show that is for people who pay a fee of $5 a month or $50 a year, and they get access to exclusive content. However, today we want to invite all of you to join us in the Inspired community on Locals. You can become a member for free and follow us there. There's a lot of free content, and today's episode of Unapologetically Free is also free of charge to everyone who joins us over there, completely free. So please hop over there, watch the full show of Unapologetically Free. Nothing is random. Everything is planned. See you over there.